give and give and give, and it's still not enough? Well, that's the theme for this week's The Weekly Strategy Memo. I'm Rich Tafel, president of RLT Strategies. Each week I answer a question from a world-changing leader like you. I'm here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania at my home. This is the place where I grew up. These are the trees that I played under as a young kid. And our question this week comes from Wendy in Massachusetts, and she asks, I was taught by many success and motivational trainings that if you believed in yourself, followed your dreams, and gave 100% of yourself, holding back nothing, you could be rewarded with success. Recent events in my career indicate otherwise. I put myself on the line to follow my call, doing everything I'd been taught. I planned diligently, worked hard, and I gave and gave and gave, willing to do whatever it took to succeed, only to find that my dreams have turned to dust in my tired hands. Any insights of what might have gone wrong? Well, yes. This is a problem that's not unique to you, Wendy. This is a problem that has come up with many of my clients. And it's something that each week I sort of refer a book or I give a teaching or somebody else has talked about. I find this is one topic that there is not a book out there on that I can really recommend. So I'm going to have to share something that I think is pretty unique to working with RLT strategies, and that is the concept of demanding equality in all of your relationships. There is a book that was written, a child's book, called The Giving Tree. You've probably heard of it. People love this book. It's a story about a boy who has a relationship with a tree. He grows up with the tree. He plays with the tree's branches. He plays in the leaves. He gets apples from the tree. It's just wonderful story. And it's the story of the boy taking and taking and taking from the giving tree, which is the name of the book. By the end of the story, the boy has taken the branches, he's built a boat, and at the end of his life, he uses the stump as a place to sit on as an old man. And the last line is, and the tree was happy. Well, that book might sum up all of the training and all of the courses that you've been taking in motivational training. I completely disagree with the theory of it. And I think it teaches the exact wrong message. It is wrong to give and give and give and not demand equality in your relationships. Very often, people in giving fields, whether it be the nonprofit world, churches, or social services, have a great deal of resentment and failure because they give and they give and they give and they don't demand equality. When you don't demand equality and you don't get anything back, you're not actually helping the people or the person you're helping. The tree in the Giving Tree story did not help the boy. It enabled some really bad behavior to the point where the tree is dead at the end of the story. You can give and give and give till you're burnt out, and that's the wrong thing to do. So demanding equality in your relationships is the key thing for anybody who loves to give. And it's counter to all the teachings that you had, and it's counter to that book. Let me give a few steps that you might take as you approach new projects. 1, get clear on your own value. You are valuable. Know about your own value. 2nd, stop. Ask the people you're working with what they value about you and what they're looking for. You'll hear very often things that they want that weren't the things that you were going to provide. One reason so many people in social services are so angry is they're giving things that people haven't asked for. So stop and ask. Once you've heard what they're looking for, then you can actually start to deliver on what they're looking for. But I'm going to ask you to do something a little different. Ask them for something in return. I call this getting a little skin in the game. And that means demanding a little equality. That can come in the form of time. It can come in the form of money. But ask them for something that shows that they have something in the game. This is a crucial concept in giving back and demanding equality in all of your relationships. A quick example. A friend of mine was doing development work in Latin America. She was invited to come down. They said she was going to do a very special training. They told her, great, we'd love you to come down. We can't pay for your airfare, and we can't pay for your training because we're a nonprofit, and there'll be a small fee for your lodging. She was very excited to do this training. She loved to give and give and give. I asked her to do one simple thing, and that was ask the organization that was sponsoring her to pay a small stipend, very small. So she did. The email that she got back from the director of the program was so mean and said, "Why in the world would we pay for you to do something here? We don't even know what you do." Suddenly, this very nice organization turned. She had never defined what she was bringing to value, and they never understood it. And she avoided all that expense of traveling and the resentment afterward when she was never really understood. It forced her to define what she was doing, and she said she was never happier not to make a trip, and it changed her whole business career and outlook. I'm looking for all of you this week to examine all your relationships and demand equality in all of your relationships. Make sure the other players have some skin in the game. And so next time when someone starts cutting at your branches and chopping you up for wood, stop. Stop enabling that behavior under the guise that you're giving. You're enabling. So stop. And that's the theme for this week's The Weekly Strategy Memo. Thanks for listening. I look forward to your questions.